So, uh, I wanted to talk. I did not brush my hair or anything. I just got out of the shower bath. Um, I wanted to talk about self-hatred and shame, and when we internalize this in ourselves. We have all these things about ourselves that maybe might not be with the norm because maybe like we're gay, like that's the obvious one a lot of people struggle with, or maybe even we don't look the part. Maybe we feel like our body is not what it should be according to what people think we should look like, or our skin color, we don't like our skin color, or maybe even we don't like our hair. Maybe our hair is too this or that, or these are just body things. There's also like personality things. You can feel like maybe you're too shy. Maybe you can even be too smart. Like that's a weird one, but some people have a thing where they're like too smart. For a lot of people, it makes other people uncomfortable, and so they have to dumb themselves down to some degree. Or maybe you feel like you're not smart enough. Maybe just like for whatever reason you feel like there's parts of you that don't fit the norm, and you have to figure out how to make these parts of you fit the norm or how to compensate for them somehow. And what I do is just teach myself in every way possible, like not to be me anymore. Like everything that's me that is different in any way, I just like beat the shit out of myself until I can't be that anymore. And I think that's what a lot of people do. And we tend to like internalize the message that we're not meeting the norm in whatever way we're supposed to meet it, and we're not fitting into some version of ourselves that we're supposed to be in order to make it through the world and to be acceptable to other people and to be acceptable to ourselves. And we start turning against ourselves, and you turn against yourself, and you just internalize shame about who you are, and you internalize like a lot of hatred towards yourself until that basically forms like who you are on the inside. There's things you won't say, there's things you won't do, and this isn't just because you're paying attention to social convention, although social convention does on large degrees teach us to hate ourselves and be ashamed of ourselves. Regardless of how much you follow social convention, you have to admit social convention is checkpoints against and for people, but a lot of checkpoints against people to some degree, unless you know how to manipulate social convention to your own advantage, which some people are really good at. And basically, when the more you internalize this shame and hatred of yourself, and the more you compensate for whatever you feel is fundamentally flawed about you, the more you might be like playing that role or playing that part, but the less you feel connected to yourself, like your true self, and the less you feel like beautiful or strong or secure. And this can lead to desperation in whatever form it takes, seeking love through sex, seeking love through social media, seeking love through like nice cars or whatever. Like you're trying to compensate so much in other ways for how terrible you feel about yourself inside, and the love that you don't give yourself for who you are truly, you try to find in other forms in the world to make up for this like basic lack of love you have for yourself. You're like trying to find love in other ways, but I don't really have a solution or anything. I don't have a way of saying like, oh, you should just love yourself. because it's really, really hard to love yourself. And especially when we're taught in every way that who we are is wrong and who we are is not good enough, and who we are, if it's different from the norm in any way, shape, or fashion, is something you have to reject. Like, you can't love yourself. You can say, oh, I love myself. You can try to treat yourself. You can fill your head up with affirmations, and maybe these work for some people, but deep down, we are told not to love ourselves, and we tell ourselves not to love ourselves. And we tell ourselves that who we truly are in our natural state of being and the person that we were designed to be into the world, if you believe we were designed or evolved, whoever you happen to be, for whatever reason you happen to be that person, we are like taught for the most part to reject that and to cover it up and to be something else instead. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it's important to address this, and hopefully maybe it is like the main topic of everything, because I feel like your place in life and everything you do with your life stems from yourself. So it's not just like self-obsession. It's that everything stems from who you are, and everything you do with your life comes from who you are as a person. So the more love you give yourself, the more positive things you can give the world. And I just wanted to say that maybe you're like not alone. And I don't have a solution for it right now. Probably never will. But I just want you to know that you're not alone, and there is no easy answer for this like deep-seated shame we feel about ourselves, and this deep-seated hatred we project towards ourselves, and then we project it upon others too, because we can't handle our own sense of self-hatred sometimes. And I do want to say, whoever you are, if you're watching this, like some of us do care, and some of us do feel your pain. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone. All right, thank you. Bye.